Right now, Australia is growing faster than at any time in the last 20 years. And the Gold Coast is the fastest growing city in Australia and has been for the last 28 years. It's a city of 600,000 people and has the same number of taxpayers as Cape Town. Sourcing properties is not just opening a newspaper. It takes research, time, inside knowledge and a commitment to success. Sourcing the best investment properties means locating the areas that would suit most tenants. The Gold Coast is growing at 3 times the national average, which translates to 450 new residents arriving every single week, arriving with their dream to live the Gold Coast lifestyle. These are the tenants that will rent your house and help to pay off your bond.
With all these people moving into the Gold Coast all the time, it puts a huge demand on the building industry. Now, the building industry cannot keep up with the number of people moving in, which means there's always a demand for housing. These are fairly typical houses here on the Gold Coast. It's a typical 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, double lock-up garage, and this is where your average Australian wants to live.
Southeast Queensland is the most popular destination for Aussies and migrants due to the low-cost housing, low state taxation rates, abundant employment opportunities, strong state infrastructure, modern road infrastructure with less congestion, comfortable climate, world-renowned holiday destinations. This ensures an affluent, growing population who need housing.
We're finding more and more that the developers are putting up these master planned estates. This is great from an investment point of view because all the infrastructure is in for your tenant. The benefits are that the tenant can move straight in and he's got his electricity, he's got his sewerage, he's got bus routes for his kids, he's close to shopping, he's close to schools, and once again he's close to the leisure. It's a council bylaw that at least 40% of the footprint must be devoted to leisure, and thus we have areas like this where people can come and relax, where kids can play, where people can generally unwind.
Southeast Queensland has a residential vacancy rate of less than 2%, which is due to the strong population growth and insufficient housing. This trend is not set to improve, enabling rents to rise by an average of 11% per annum. Very good news for property owners.
There is a lot of development happening. There are many different developers opening up their various sites. This is one which is in the Coomera area, which is an area which is earmarked for expansion. It's right in the middle between Brisbane and the Gold Coast, and as such is the area where all the development is going to be going to in the future.
Australia is very regulated and has strict residential tenancy laws, which ensure that your investment is properly managed and legally protected.
This is Pacific Pines. This is the largest master planned community on the Gold Coast, between 2,500 and 3,500 people. And we have earmarked this area as being an area of good growth just because of the sheer number of people that are moving in. There's 3 schools and 1 shopping centre already, and much more growth is planned.
What we at IRPS Associates do for you is research the Australian market and source investment-grade properties, clearly explain opportunities and procedures, apply for any approvals and insurances required, assist with finance, legals and accountants, monitor construction, arrange property managers to source and manage tenants.
This is Pacific Pines Shopping Centre, and it has all the amenities needed for a growing community. It's got a Woolworths, it's got a medical centre, video store, that type of thing.
We research the Australian market to identify the profit spots where high demand exists now and in the future. Owning a property in Australia is easy, as we arrange the whole process by securing finance, assisting with bank accounts, supervising construction and tenant selection. If you plan to immigrate, there are 3 main benefits to owning property prior to arrival in Australia. Establish a credit history, build up tax credits in Australia, wealth creation, watch your money grow in Australian dollars. So what does it all mean? The picture is clear. Brisbane and the Gold Coast are ripe for property investment. It remains affordable, the rental scene is healthy, rents up, vacancy down, and the infrastructure is being appropriately planned, courtesy of local and state government foresight. Population is growing, employment is buoyant. On both counts, Brisbane and the Gold Coast are the most prosperous Australian cities in the short, medium and long-term future. Your only challenge is to find the right property to buy.